Welcome back to this video series of how much padding and filler is in One Piece episode. It's 984, and this is what I have here with the opening music, the recap, the middle of the episode, eye catchers, and then the preview. So with all that cut out, that leaves the episode about at 20 minutes and 3 seconds, which is actually a little bit better than usual. I'm actually kind of surprised that the recap was only like 2 minutes and 51 seconds, because usually it's maybe another minute longer. So that's kind of interesting from that standpoint. So with that out of the way, we'll just break down the episode here. I already have it done. I'll just kind of show it to you real quick. Let me just bring up the other Sony Vegas tab. So here it is here. I made sure to kind of make it look a little more clear in what is canon, what is filler. The top row here is all the canon material, and the bottom is all the filler or padding or extra stuff. So this episode adapts the first, I believe, 9 or about 10 pages of chapter 979. I'm assuming next episode they'll do the rest with the Tobiropo stuff, and then maybe some of the first couple pages of 980, if I had to guess. That's my assumption. It might be in a different order, but that's my assumption based on what they adapted this week. So right off the bat, we get Orochi, going crazy over the girls, which is all from the, nothing. It's just anime only stuff. And the only canon part is the narrator basically saying he's feeling carefree. And we have the part with him knowing Kandro giving Orochi his plans and all that sort of stuff. So we get that bit. The extra stuff with him saying the rend of he's talking about the port. That's anime only stuff. The blowing up of all the ports, that's accurate to what was in the manga. Again, him speaking here isn't there originally, so that's 9 seconds there, 6 seconds there. Then we have 9 seconds of canon with this, the narrator saying they're going to Onigashima. Kandro's, oh my god. Kinemon saying charge, and all that extra stuff. It's all filler, which is about 35 seconds. In this part here, the narrator saying the race kicked off. Kinemon goes this way. Get some filler here, which is about 1 second. Not a huge thing, but again, it all adds up. So we got Kinemon here, and then some filler or some extra stuff with reaction shots, and we got Denjiro, narrator saying he's going to go south. So we got that. Then we got the combined 5,000 troops. We get another part here with Law, which is about 8 seconds. So right now it's kind of standard in terms of what is canon, what's filler. It's just, one part is like canon, other is filler, etc., etc. Then we get a long streak, which, like a shockingly a long streak of filler. Because in the manga, this is what the anime here. Let me just kind of go over here. So, yeah, this is all added stuff in the manga. They never, Luffy and Kid don't have extra interactions like this. The last time we see them was in 978, and they kind of just leave off panel, which makes the joke that they do later funnier with what Jinbei was saying to the group. So it kind of lessens that a little bit because we see them in detail kind of leave. Again, not totally needed here, but it's a long stretch. About 3.5, almost 4 minutes. This episode, compared to others, is a lot more obvious with its filler. It seems like there's a lot longer portions of it compared to other ones where it's like a couple seconds here or there with filler and canon. I don't know, I was just kind of surprised by that. But the next, then we got the, oh my god. Yeah, it's just, yeah. Then we had the narrator talk about how Kanjuro has kidnapped Momonosuke. That's stripped straight from the manga. There's a little bit here where he swipes the Beast Pirates. Or not swipes them, but yeah, this was in this part. Then he's talking about there's a fork again. That's not in the manga. The manga actually, this is where the manga starts, where it says he's never been here before. He didn't know it would be this complicated. Then we got Momonosuke looking at the knife. Then we get another kind of long stretch of padding. And this is just like the first 10 minutes. In the first 10 minutes, it's, I don't know. I guess that's normal. But then we get about maybe a minute and a half of Luffy entering the Onigashima bar area. We get Zoro having the Conqueror's Hockey moment, which is really bizarre to have it this early. And I don't even know, like, this part here, like, I don't know why he does it here on this random person, and it does nothing to him except... It's weird. I don't understand it. The other part later on makes it really obvious, like, he has the ability. But, yeah, all this stuff here is just filler. And then we got this part, which is actually part of the anime, in the manga, I mean. Frankie's getting all this stuff situated. They add in a bunch of extra stuff here, which is about 30 seconds maybe, I think. Or 21 seconds. Then we actually get... it's Frankie's, like, machines, number 4 and 5. We got that. So this is pretty much stripped straight from the manga. I mean, in the manga it's only just one panel, but the reaction shots here are... Well, I mean, Carrot and Brooke don't have a reaction shot, but Jinbei does. But they add that in, so that's fine. It's just something else to take note of. So it's about 24 seconds there of canon material. Then we get this part. It's only about 4 seconds of anime only stuff. And then we get all this stuff, which is part of the manga material that they are adapting. Then we get this part here. Another 15 seconds. I mean, this is kind of standard with what they're adapting or how it's going. Usually it's like, like I was saying, some of it's canon, some of it's filler. This is stripped straight from the manga, pretty much. Again, this whole bit here is actually really funny. It's just a shame that the anime kind of shows us them leaving. So it kind of lessens the impact of the joke, I think. But it's still funny nonetheless. Then we get is this where we get Sanji? No. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my god. The fan service in this episode. They went all out. Props to Toei, I guess. I think whoever the animator was, I guess, is known for stuff like this. I'm not sure. No, I'm not good with that kind of stuff. But yeah, they really went out all out with that. But yeah, this part here isn't in the manga, but Sanji freaking out here is in the manga. The big shot with all the breasts, that wasn't in the manga at all. This is all extra stuff. You have Sanji freaking out, and then we get the shot of them saying it's too full in here. I just left it in because it seemed like that was what they were trying to do, is kind of blend the anime filler and then the canon stuff together. but I think it works for the joke, or at least the context of the joke that they're trying to go with here. Then they say it's full. Then we have the whole scene where it's really tight in there. I mean, my goodness, they went all out with the hotness and fan service. But yeah, it's not part of the manga at all. The only part that is part of the manga at all is Sanji telling Usopp to get out of there. He's saying that he's in heaven. So they actually blend in the fan service with the canon material. Shinobu talking about he can't force his way in here. That part's anime only stuff. 9 seconds. Then we got Frankie wanting Robin to ride in the back. Then Brooke here jumps on instead. This is all pretty much stripped straight from the manga. This part is probably the funniest one in the episode. The way Brooke is reacting to Frankie flying off here, it's really funny. It's, oh my god, it's hilarious. Especially the way they animate his head bobbling. It's, oh my god, it's it's really funny. I like that a lot. And a lot of this stuff here is pretty much stripped straight from the manga. I'm shocked they didn't do another fan service part with Robin here, talking about she'll get dirty with the dust. Because in the manga, she's like touching like her breasts, sort of, or like implying that she's like getting the dust off. So I thought for sure the anime would have done a zoom in on that. I'm just saying, but it's fine. It's fine how they did this. It just I missed the opportunity, but I'm not complaining. They already did enough in this episode. Then we have the "Shall We Walk" here, which I believe was part of the, the original as well. But yeah, this is all canon. What am I thinking? Jeez. This part here is extra. Oh my god, they. Let's see. Then, yeah. So we get a little bit of canon here. After that, kind of pretty much the longest stretch of it being like canon material, which is about 47 seconds. Then we get this part here where Robin says they can't wait to have the welcome party for him, and Jinbei says it's gotta remain calm as possible, which isn't in the manga, though it's loosely based on the conversation, but it's not like directly. This part here is, but then we get the actual reveal of who was lurking, who that silhouette was in the episode. Here it's Yamato, which I'm surprised by that because I really had no clue who it was, but I guess it's good to get like a confirmation of it. So that's neat to get that reveal. That's very, in the grand scheme of things, much less inoffensive than the showing Zoro as conquers Haki again, which I heard was done before in a while back. But then we get. I was surprised that all of this was filler. I thought for sure this was what they were adapting from the 979 stuff, but it wasn't. I was looking at it. Again, closer, because when you're watching it like live, there's no subtitles, so I wasn't really sure exactly. But yeah, all this extra stuff here is filler, so about another minute and 15. The only part that's canon, or that's sort of canon, is mainly just to mention that Kaido's calling for them. That's really about it. So in those minute and 22 seconds, 7 seconds of it is, I guess, stripped straight from manga. Then we get other kind of filler stretch in this party, and this is where we get the other Zoro conquers Haki moment. Like this one, like the first one was subtle, but this one's like really obvious. It's really obvious. I don't get it. It's like he looks at them. And they go flying up in the air. Like, oh my god. I already made a video kind of ranting about it but yeah, it's, oh god. I'm not a fan of that reveal. especially in this matter, making it so obvious. It's kind of similar in the anime way back in like the Act 1 part of Wano, when Robin's clone gets hit with all the shurikens and all that stuff and is getting damaged, which that one doesn't make sense way back then, because like any impact or damage that the clone gets, the real one should get, but that didn't happen. So that was like an inconsistency there. So it's kind of the same. It's nothing new to see them occasionally make these errors, but yeah, I don't know, it's just not a fan of that. But all this stuff is, anime only stuff, which is about another minute. I stopped saying like a lot of this episode has a lot longer stretches of filler than usual. So you have that 2, then 3, and then 4, kind of decent long stretches of filler. Then we got Luffy saying, "Where is Kid at?" This is all pretty much ripped straight from the manga. Then we get this again really well directed shot of back in Act 1, where Luffy's realizing what this village is like and how they don't have food and all that stuff. But yeah, it's all not in the manga at all. Like they really drive home that point, which is fine and it's well directed for sure. But again, it's all not part of the manga, and it just kind of keeps padding out the runtime. But this part sort of is where they spill the soup stuff on Luffy. Then we have another bit of this part here is not in the manga, but her reaction is, so this is kind of par for the course. So it kind of mixes all that in, but either way, it's fine enough as is. And then we get the part where Luffy punches the soup thing off him, which in the manga, when I was looking at, it never really falls directly on top of him. It just kind of hits him, and part of it, some of it's, a good chunk of it spills on him. But in anime, they make it more like it falls completely on top of him. Just interesting things to note. Nothing really, a deal breaker or anything, but it's interesting to kind of see that little difference. You got Luffy, showing that he punched it up. And then, we get his reaction. Just stripped right from the manga panel. And then that's the episode. And then we get the next episode preview. Which looks like it is definitely going to adapt part of 980. I don't know how much exactly, but all we see in the preview is just those couple of pages. So I'm almost a little concerned that next week's going to be pretty bad with the pacing. Like, I don't know. Again, I could be wrong. But from what the preview showed, they're only showing like the first couple of pages of 980. So I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I do have it all broken down here and other Sony Vegas tabs. Let me get that real quick. So here's the episode with all the canon material put in. And it's kind of the usual, about 7 minutes of those, 20 minutes are canon. So yeah, it's just kind of the same old with this, except the structure of the episode is a little bit worse than usual. They just seemed like there was a lot longer stretches of filler than usual, which I've been saying before. But yeah, so that's about 7 minutes and 27 seconds. So it's probably going to take 3 episodes to get like one full episode, like usual. But yeah, so let me go into the calculator and see how much of this is, at least the percentage-wise, of this being canon. So here we are, 7 minutes and 17 seconds, and then we got 20 minutes and 3 seconds for the actual episode with all that, the opening, the recap, the eye catchers, and then the next episode preview stuff. So then we get 36.33% of it being canon, which leaves the rest of the episode in terms of filler to be about, hold on, let me calculate that. That leaves the episode about 63% filler. Oh my, yeah, it's a little bit worse than usual, slightly worse. Um, but that's what they gotta do to not catch up to the manga. So I don't blame Toei. It's just that's why I don't always watch the anime stuff. But it's kind of fun to look at it. But yeah, that's about it. I don't know what more else to go into. But yeah, that's about it for this week. I don't know what 985 is going to bring. It doesn't seem like it's going to be very promising in terms of pacing, but I don't know. Maybe it'll be a little better. But hopefully this little layout makes it a lot easier to see what's canon, what's filler, and all that stuff. I think that makes it a little more clear. So I might do that from now on just because it shows it a little bit more clearly. I don't know. But that does it for me. I'll see you all next week and all that. So take care, everyone.